Today is lesson number 3 of our unit on obesity and making changes to live a healthier lifestyle. My students are African American adults aged 30 to 65. I chose this age range specifically because it provides prevention efforts to the younger students and also allows the older students to work towards a healthier lifestyle goal because it's never too late to make changes. My goal is to teach my students all they need to know about obesity, the effects of obesity, its causes, and what exactly you need to do to live a healthier life right now. We will discuss how you can begin to get healthy and how you can complete these steps without any guidance, all on your own. We will then also be participating in some hands-on and interactive activities to learn all about exercises and the proper ways to do each one. It's important to exercise with proper form so you don't injure yourself because it puts you at a higher risk if you are doing it improperly. It's also okay to take your lifestyle change as slowly as you need to because if you take it at your pace, you're still moving towards your goal, but you're also ensuring that you're not going to injure yourself in the process. With the knowledge that you're receiving from this lesson, you should be able to successfully convert your lifestyle currently into a healthier lifestyle so that you can be more active, happier, to work towards that goal. Okay, here we would start learning what exactly you need to do. What are simple ways to better your life that can be started right now? And they should be able to tell me that even though we haven't gone over much, they should be able to tell me that you can change your diet, add an exercise plan, go to your doctor to get a physical because that is very important, just making sure that you're cleared to do these exercises and start this new lifestyle. You should also stop unhealthy habits right away because habits like smoking not only affects your lung, but it also affects your body as a whole. Eating unhealthy foods is a habit that needs to go away. You have to learn that this is a process and it will be tough, but you have to just start fresh. And so also for my students, I have included a statistic that 41.1% of African American adults were more likely to be inactive than Caucasian adults, and this is from the American Heart Association in 2013. Next, I would spend just a couple of minutes going over this image, which is the prevalence of obesity among adults aged 20 and over, and it's a comparison by sex and race. So as you can see, non-Hispanic African Americans are the highest in each category, especially African American women. Men are not as considerably higher, but when it gets into the all category, the average of those, they're still significantly higher. Okay, next we will do an activity. We're going to spend about 20 minutes developing a behavior change plan so that they can start working towards their goals. We will spend just a couple of minutes going over exactly how they can do it because they may not finish it today depending on the complexity of their behavior change. They can finish it at home or I can help them later after class. I just want to make it apparent to them that you need to give yourself some great incentives to work towards so that you'll have the motivation, but do not use food as an incentive. You don't want to make yourself think that every now and then it's okay to eat that sugary food that you really want, or it's okay to eat that starchy food that you've been craving. It's not okay. It will not make you any closer to your goal. So after they finish that, We will then move on to spending about 5 minutes discussing all about exercise and the right way, the proper form of doing these exercises. I will explain to them that cardio and strength training are both very important exercises. They both have some benefits. Cardio burns fat, strength training builds muscle. Next, we will move on to a group activity that goes along with what we've just learned. So we'll spend about 10 minutes. They'll grab a partner, making sure it's a partner that they've never been with before. It is a short unit, only 3 sessions, so they shouldn't know very many people. It's always good to make friends. So after they find their partner, we will demonstrate exactly how to do the proper forms of push-ups, jumping jacks, ups, lunges, and squats. Now these are very basic exercises, but they're very important when it comes to an exercise plan. So each person will have to correctly perform 10 of each to move on, as long as time allows, of course. Next, we will discuss beginning a healthy diet. A healthy diet is so important to your overall health. A healthy lifestyle is made in the kitchen for the majority. Of course, exercising is important also. I have included another statistic for my students. 60% of African American men and 78% of African American women fall in the overweight category, and this statistic is as of 2007, so it's still fairly recent. Now we will take about 20 minutes to listen to a dietetic about how to choose foods, how to put a meal plan together. Because when you get in the grocery store, it can be so overwhelming, and I really want my students to understand how important this is. After listening to the dietitian, we will discuss some questions on healthy dieting. So I would ask them, what are some foods that you should avoid? They should know to tell me at least the basics. You want to stay away from sugary foods, starchy foods, foods high in saturated fat, just the salty foods that's going to raise your cholesterol and put you more at risk for heart disease. We'll then move on to what is saturated fat. And saturated fat, they should be able to tell me, is triglycerides that only contain saturated fatty acids. It's a very basic definition for a very complex topic, but they should be able to at least tell me that. Next, we'll move on to what new ideas will you be incorporating into your daily routine. And this question, the answers can range to, I'm going to incorporate 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week into my routine. Or maybe not even 5 days a week. If they're not exercising, that may be a lot. So they may add exercise, 30 minutes of exercise 3 days a week. Anything is improvement. Or if they don't get their daily recommended amount of fruits and vegetables, they could tell me that they're going to increase their fruit and vegetable servings by 2 servings per day. Like I said, anything is a great start. The big picture that I want my students to understand and take away from this unit plan is that you can change your life for the better, starting right this very second. It's difficult, and sometimes it's just very challenging to get the motivation, but you can absolutely do it. And it's never too late. Next, we'll move on to the evaluation post-test. It's just a super quick, simple, multiple choice and short answer survey with questions like, you feel like you took away the information that you should have from this program? Do you feel like you can continue this program after it's over? It may ask some of the discussion questions just in a short answer form, and we will evaluate these to make sure that this unit encompasses all it should for our students. This slide just shows that I used 6 of Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. They're labeled throughout the PowerPoint. I used interpersonal, logical, linguistic, kinesthetic, interpersonal, and naturalist. And thank you for your time.